Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this linear system word problem. So as per the word problem, an ice cream shop sells cones for $1.10 and sundaes for $2.35. So one day, the shop sold a total of 172 cones and sundaes for a total of $294.20. And we have to find how many cones and sundaes were sold that day. We have to use two variables to solve this problem. So we'll start by writing the let statements for those variables to describe the variables. So our let statement will be let x represent the number of cones sold that day. And our second let statement will be let y represent the number of sundaes sold that day. So these are the two variables we'll have to use to write the equations based on the given information and then solve those equations to find the values of x and y. Now we are given that that day the shop sold a total of 172 cones and sundaes. So our first equation is that the sum of the variables x and y should be equal to 172. So x plus y equals 172. Now the second equation will be based on the total amount of money earned by selling those cones and sundaes. So we know that one cone sells for $1.10. So our second equation will be 1.10 times x, because x is the number of cones sold. So 1.10x represents the total amount of money made from selling the cones that day. And to that, we'll add the amount of money made from selling sundaes, and that'll be 2.35 times y, because y is the number of sundaes sold that day. And the total of that is equal to 294.20, because that's the total amount of money earned that day. So these are the two equations we need to solve to find the number of cones and sundaes sold that day. Now, as you know, a linear system can be solved by using the substitution method or the elimination method. In this case, we can use the substitution method, but you can use either method, you'll get the same answer. So in the substitution method, we have to isolate one of the variables from one of the equations. Now in this linear system, the first equation has x and y terms with coefficient 1, so we can isolate either x or y from the first equation. So if we isolate x, we get x equals 172 minus y, because when we move y to the right side of the equation, it becomes a negative term. Now we can do the substitution for x in the second equation. So our equation becomes 1.10 times 172 minus y. So we replace x with 172 minus y plus 2.35y equals 294.20. So the rest of the equation stays the same. Now the next step is to distribute 1.10 into the parentheses. So we'll multiply each term in the parentheses by 1.10. So we do 1.10 times 172, which is equal to 189.2. Then we get minus 1.10y. And then the other terms stay the same. So 2.35y equals 294.20. Now we can combine the like terms. So on the left side, these y terms are like terms. So we can combine them by combining their coefficients. So we have to do minus 1.10 plus 2.35. So 189.2 stays the same, and then I get plus 1.25y equals, so on the right side we still have 294.20. And now we can isolate y on the left side of the equation by subtracting 189.2 from both sides. So the 189.2 on the left side cancel each other out. Now we can do move here and we get 1.25y equals 105. And now we can isolate y by dividing both sides by 1.25. So 1.25 on the left side cancel each other out. So we get y equals, and I got 84. So that's the number of Sundays sold that day. Now for this problem, we have to find the number of cones and sundaes that were sold that day. So we also have to solve for x, and for that we can use this equation here in which we isolated x from the first equation. So we can do x equals 172 minus 84. So I get x equals 88. So that's the number of cones sold that day. Now since it's a word problem, we can write a closing statement to summarize our answer. So we can write 88 cones and 84 sundaes were sold that day. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.